Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I made this beaded pin with a pull tab. So stick around and I hope you like it. So we're going to start out by stiffening a small piece of felt with a concoction of 50% water, 50% white glue. And all I did was just soak up the felt. Then I made sure that it was even all around, and I just laid it down flat to dry. For the face, I used a wooden bead that I split in half, and then I used a fine tipped Sharpie to add these little details. Now that our felt is nice and stiff, I drew a 1.5 inch square so you can see my working area. I added the pull tab right in the middle. If you would like more detailed information as to how to go about preparing the pull tab and the little wooden face, go to my tutorial how to make a virgin with pull tabs. It's more detailed and you get to see how I make the little face with the wooden bead as well. Now, using some embroidery floss, I used the whole 6 strands. I didn't divide any of them. I stitched all along the bottom of the pull tab so that I could have nice little rings all around to make it look like a little red dress. When you're done, it should look something like this, and then we're going to knot it in the back. Now with some white seed beads, I'm going to go all along the perimeter of the tab to give it a glowy effect all around our little doll. To make sure our strand of beads stays put, I go in the middle of the strand, make a little knot in between all of the seed beads just so that the strand stays in place. Now that we're done with our glowy effect of our little doll, we're going to get started with the red seed beads, and we're going to stitch all along the right and left hand side of the square. Now that we're done with our red seed beads, I'm going to go all along the bottom with some more white beads, and that's just to get a little balance because I felt there was too much red and I wanted to draw the eye to the bottom as well. If you happen to get any gaps like this right here, they're super easy to fill. I just filled this up with a couple more beads and voila, there it is, all nice and covered. Please excuse the black gloves. I was crafting with a lot of paint and my hands were stained and I was afraid to stain this little piece, so please excuse the dark gothic gloves. Okay, now I attached the little bead in front, and then I elevated our doll on a piece of wood just to make sure that the crown stayed put while the glue cooled down. I went ahead and trimmed the edges. Be very careful not to cut any stitches because obviously the little seed beads will be flying out of there. You're going to have to re-stitch the beads, so just go along right outside the stitching and you should be okay. Now the reason I used white felt was because I wanted the background of the cracked marble to show through, but you can use black felt if that's something that you would like to do. But you can color the sides with a Sharpie just to make sure to cover that white felt so it looks nice and even with the black felt that we're going to use for the back. Using the pin as our guide, I cut out a square of black felt. Then I measured a black safety pin along the back, and I cut 2 small slits and I slid the safety pin like so. Now I used some Eileen's Tacky glue. Attached our little black square in the back and secured the safety pin with a couple stitches, and then I went all around the perimeter of the square to keep everything in place and nice and neat. For the final touch, I used diamond glaze to cover the whole front of the pin just to give it a nice shiny look and to keep everything in its place and more durable, and that way in case any of the seed beads were to come a little loose because of the wear and tear, the diamond glaze would make sure it stays nice and secure. And there you have it, our beautiful beaded pin. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, any suggestions. I would love to hear it. I would also love it if you would share this and subscribe. Bye!